Welcome to Auto Club Speedway, qualifying just underway for the Labor 12 Truck Series, part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. Check out all of our leagues at bgsracing.com and check out our sponsors, Labor 12 at laborxii.com. Awesome rock band out of Lubbock, Texas, so if you love rock music, give them a listen. So we watched number 1 Ian Montrose head out of the pit lane onto the backstretch on his warm-up lap. So we get qualifying underway in earnest. He's got the boys Chevrolet, the Homelander. Montrose onto the front stretch to start his first lap. Looks like he will be one of the first ones to start his lap, along with Trenton Sneed and Jake Lawrence. So all of those trucks up at the front will be first ones to put a benchmark time down. Right along with Trenton a bit, the 81 machine. Looks like he's running his first lap all the way up by the wall. I'm guessing he will drop it down to the apron. First lap puts him fourth quick, as I believe most others did not run up by the wall for that first opening lap. Trenton running it like old school super speedway qualifying. First lap up high, second lap down low. We'll see if it pays off for him as Hoytsman goes to the top of the board. His first lap. Stick it out with the 81 team. You see his line much lower this time, down by that first seam. Sure, he'll take the apron here. And across the stripe. See where that stacks up. 40.37 puts him up there in 6th. Hoytsmith's second lap does go a little bit slower. 40.295 for the first lap, so it looks like first lap was the way to go. Harper's slower lap 2. Montrose quicker on lap 2. He goes to 3rd. Skermetta 4th. Jeremy Scherer shows in 5th. Hayden Askey, 66, jumps up to 4th. Jeff Price, 19 truck, pops off a blistering 40.24. Back channel production Chevy. Top of the charts. Outstanding lap there from Price. Thomas Green out on his second lap. First lap put him 4th quick. Along with the Goodwrench number 3. West brings out of turn 4, back to the straight. See if he picks up any speed. He does, but not enough for pole. Goes to a 40.286. That puts him second quick. Jeff Price with the best lap overall so far. Check in on Mr. Cliff Mullins. He wraps up his qualifying, goes 13th quick and then 37. Chat, chime in now in the chat. Let us know if you think that color on the front is pink or purple, because I have a point to prove to Cliff Mullins. Jake Bustos, second lap, goes to 3rd quick in the 74 Toyota, and then instantly gets off the track. So we'll go back to this Cliff thing. If we can show him. There it goes. Pink or purple? Jake from State Farm says both. Purple. Cliff admitted it was magenta, which is a shade of pink. But it is definitely pink to most people. Cliff was like, it's not pink, it's magenta, which is a shade of pink. And I'm like, Cliff, you just said it's still pink. Freaking Cliff. All right, that does it for qualifying. No one else able to top that lap time put down by Joseph Causey in the 24. Blake Giglio in second. Jeff Price, your top 3. We're spending way too much time checking out the pink on Cliff truck. As the trucks get out onto the track, we get set for our starting lineup. Our pole sitters out there, the 24, Jack Sprague throwback machine. Love that paint scheme. Y'all remember how dominant Jack Sprague was back in the day in the trucks. Nice throwback. Field has about 2 minutes to get out there and get all their ducks in a row. We'll see if Joseph's hanging out in the Discord somewhere to talk about his lap while we wait. Hopefully he's somewhere to be found. I see a Mark Dingman, Nate Tripod from last race. Alec Andrix, I don't see Joseph Causey, so no interview for Mr. Causey, but he is starting on pole in the 24. Let's get our tunes going. Thanks to our friends at Labor 12, who are also sponsoring our starting lineup and the Truck Series. Awesome rock band out of Lubbock, Texas, that we said many times. If you haven't had the chance yet, please check them out, laborxii.com, or check them out on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, wherever you get your tunes. Go ahead and run through the starting lineup despite Blake Giglio not being on track. Your pole sitter is going to be the 24 of Joseph Causey in the Net Zero Chevrolet. Blake Giglio starts second in the EGR M9 Toyota, starting in the second spot. Jeff Price, back channel production Chevy, good enough for third. Hayden Lowell starts fourth in the Napa Chevy. Jake Bustos not showing on track on 74. He will be starting in the fifth spot. Thomas Green, number 3, Good Ranch Chevrolet. He'll do it for Dale from the sixth spot. We'll see Alec Andrix in the 4, not out on track, but he'll start in the 7th spot. Lucas Weisman, Labor 12 Toyota, starts in the 8th spot. Nathan Harper, Chick-fil-A 4, winner last week, locked into the playoffs as long as he makes enough truck starts. He'll be rolling off 9th in the Chick-fil-A F-150. Ian Montrose, the Homelander Boys Chevrolet, starts in 10th. Hayden Haskey in his Club Lamarck Ford F-150 starts 11th. Corey Deal in his rusted out Budweiser Toyota starts in 12th. Travis Scrimmetta, Labor 12 Toyota, starts in 13th. Jeremy Scherer, 5-Hour Energy Chevrolet, starts in 14th. Trenton Sneed, Sneed2Zone Game Farm JNUSA.com Chevrolet, starts 15th. Randy Lee, Texas Rangers Chevrolet, drummer for Labor 12, starts 16th. Mark Dingman, the 82 Teamwork Chevy, he'll start in the 17th spot. Cliff Mullins in his AC Racing Graphic Chevrolet starts in 18th. Matt Benke has the Amtrak Chevy starting in the 19th spot. Jake Lawrence in the One Punch Man Toyota starts in 20th. TJ Floyd in the X-Class Chevrolet starts in the 21st spot. Josh Emerson, Bridgestone Chevy 22nd. Patsy Catalano, Havilland Chevrolet starts in 23rd. Jay Lynch, Bishop Barbecue Chevy 24th. Dave Hoytsman, Labor 12 Chevy 25th. Colin Teague in his Join Bass Pro Ford starting 26th. Talon Smith, the 71 machine, starts 27th. Travis Martin, Home Depot 28th. Mike Edwards not showing up on track at the moment. He'll have the 14 Packard truck out there. Daniel Llewellyn, Labor 12 Chevy 30th. Zach Martinson, Zach Cinder? What's one of those? He'll start there in the 31st spot in his Chevrolet. You have the MTV Chevy for Gatlin Downey, 32nd. JR Deal K-City Roleplay Toyota, 33rd. Scott Helston, Live RC Chevy, 34th. And Will Ashenberger, shotgun on the field, 35th in the Fort Worth Green Chevrolet. We get the green flag, head up back to the front of the field. The 24 of Joseph Causey and 16 of Blake Giglio leading us into turn number 1. Hello, Chrissy. Hello, everyone. Welcome on in as we are underway for 70 laps here at Auto Club Speedway in the Labor 12 Truck Series. Field makes their way down the backstretch. They'll race a bit like a super speedway early on until the tires start to wear out. You see Lucas Heusman way up by the outside wall. Side by side, Giglio and the 24 as Giglio bounces off his door. Had to be a wake-up call for Causey there. Giglio settles in behind for the moment. Jeff Price third, Hayden Law fourth. Jake Bustos in the fifth spot, and Lucas Heusman in the 97. Labor 12 band member Jacob joining us, trying to get him into the Discord, but I sent him the link earlier. I don't think he joined it. Here's the link for you again, bud. We'll get you in here. We got a lot of exciting side-by-side action going on early on as Hayden Lowell up to the third spot in his Napa Chevrolet. Thomas Green's to his outside. Hayden Lowell going to put his bumper across the nose and spin into the inside grass. I think Lucas Hoytsman may have got a piece of him. We stay green. As Hayden gets it righted and back in the right direction out of the infield. I believe Lucas caught a piece of that on the 97. And now we have our first caution. This was a second incident. Let's see what happens. There it is, 54. That is Patsy Catalano. So 2 incidents to unpack here. Quick with the 54 crew. Contact with TJ Floyd, gets right hooked into the outside wall. Let's take another look at that one. Will Asherman late to the scene, gets a piece of it. TJ Floyd comes down the hill and right into Patsy Catalano. Catalano doing absolutely nothing wrong there. TJ Floyd, I don't know if he lost the truck or what, but he came down the hill in a hurry. Tagged Catalano and around he went. Let's watch this from the 49 truck's drone. We're going to find the 54 going around. TJ Floyd just came down the hill. I'm not sure what caused that one, but we're going to go under caution, and if we can get Jacob into the driver 3 chat, I will get him in on the broadcast. Yo. Let me boost you up to 200 because you are quiet.
Yeah, it's my Mac speakers or mic.
Yeah, we can barely hear you, and most people can barely hear me, so that's not a good thing. But why don't you go ahead and tell everyone what you do in Labor 12 and what the band's all about?
Oh gosh, what do I do? What don't I do? So I am the lead guitar player for Labor 12, one of the original founding members. It was actually me and my brother started it back in 2019. And had a couple of guys with us, and then those guys had life happened, and then we got Randy, and then I believe Tanner was the last one. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, but yeah, we've been doing this for 4 years since, well, 3.5 since we started playing music, actually playing live. Our first show was July of 2020. And then, yeah, we've just been playing shows ever since. Released a full-length album you can find on every streaming platform known to humankind. And music videos, YouTube channel, all the things. So it's really been kind of a crazy experience. And then also getting involved, like, with Twitch and streaming. Like, that's all Randy's thing, who's also racing here. But it's just been, it's kind of weird. We found this community, and then like it just blows my mind that we've got our our names are all over all these trucks. It's just like, it's weird to me, but it's so cool. Like, we love you guys, so this is really awesome.
Well, we love being supporters of your band, and we appreciate you guys coming on board and being supporters of our series. It's very very synergetic. I'm enjoying it, and it's great to always have your logos all over most of our cars. We're clicking through some of them here, showing them off here while we're chatting with you. But yes, your logos are everywhere in this race. I mean, even the trucks that aren't primary sponsor, they still have you on the sponsor logos across the windshield. So it's quite everywhere your logo is. And,
yeah, it's weird to me.
Well, it's good to be weird. It's a good thing,
though,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, being normal sucks.
Well, are you going to hang out and race with us for a bit? You just talk about how
I'm
Randy's
around.
doing back there?
Yeah, you know, he's got mods in, I think, right now. So
and he's 11th out of 34, so that's pretty respectable.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just I'm here for the long haul unless something, crazy happens.
I do have one question.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you ever call him Little Drummer Boy?
No, we actually call him the wood chipper.
Because he always breaks his sticks?
Yeah, there was a point where he was going through, I mean, like, I always expect drummers to break sticks, but I think he was buying like bulk sticks because he was just going through them so fast, and those bulk sticks just didn't really have like they couldn't take the beating that he gave them. So it was just, I mean, it's like if you've ever seen Robin Hood Men in Tights, the first time that Robin meets Little John and Will Scarlett O'Hara, and he's like, "Shoot an arrow at me hot, it's fine." And he shoots, and then he like does his daggers, and it literally just wood chips that arrow to pieces.
Yes.
That's what I would see every time. Like there's like sawdust and wood chips flying everywhere. So um, no, we have not called him the little drummer boy yet, though.
Green flag back out in the air. Joseph Costi and Blake Giglio, your front row, leading us down to turn number 1. Jeff Price trying to look inside Blake Giglio for that second spot. Lucas Weitzman there behind Giglio. You see the 74, Jake Bustos making his debut in SRL in the top 5 right now. See Weitzman trying to give some draft assistance to the 16. That does come into play on the straightaways here at Auto Club Speedway in the trucks. Giglio peeking to the inside, then goes to the outside. Has to go the long way around the 24 to have help from Lucas Weitzman the 97, but Jeff Price slid up a bit, pulled back Lucas Weitzman with the side draft. Now Giglio has no help going after the 24 truck. Still going to go side by side, wrestling him down the front stretch. Side by side for the lead into turn number 1. Racing hard early in this race. Lucas Weitzman shoots the gap through the middle, passes Giglio, now going for the race lead against Causey. That Labor 12 Toyota trying to poke his nose out in front. You guys have won a lot of titles thanks to Lucas Weitzman. How good does that feel?
I know, dude, it's crazy. It's like every week, I mean, y'all tag us and stuff, which is great. And I wish we like could respond more often. But it's always like, Lucas won, Lucas won, Lucas won. And I'm like, hey, you know what? Whatever it takes, right?
I mean, he is.
I'm not going to say we're team owners or anything like that, but as representation, we feel really good about this.
Perfect. Unable to get the lead away from Joseph Causey, still fighting on that outside line, trying to use the side draft to dump air on that rear spoiler and pull him back some. Draft ever so important here, as you see most of the field now single file, double file, 3 wide at the moment. I'm sure later in the race we'll see a lot of that. Drivers get desperate to make their final moves. Weitzman just hanging on that right rear, keeping the 24 from getting away from him. See lots of jockeying and side drafting down the straightaway. Lucas now has Giglio lined up behind him. We'll see if they can draft and push, but Giglio goes to the bottom. At least Weitzman up by the wall by himself. His teammates are now side by side for second. Ian Montrose in the 1 truck making his presence felt up there. He crashes the party. Is Daniel anywhere in this race? He is. Let's check in on the 23 truck. He is in 23rd.
I just want to know how long he's going to take to wreck. That's my question.
He has gotten a lot better this season. I'll give him credit.
I know.
He won 1 race last season.
Did he really? That's
yes.
awesome. I love that.
So he's so excited.
I just love giving him crap, like, just because there was a point where, like, Randy would be streaming, he'd be like, I'm out. All right, okay,
which was all the time.
Yeah.
Here comes like, Lucas to the inside.
Honestly, though, like, 95% of it wasn't even his fault. So he just got caught up, you know, like in the back stretch or whatever. And like, if there was a wreck, he got involved somehow.
He was always behind the wreck, and then a lot of times he just wasn't able to avoid them. Whether it was a talent issue or just an actual not possible to avoid it thing. It's up for debate.
Physics plays into it at some point, right?
Yeah. Weitzman fighting down low now. It's going to actually have to hold off the 74 of Bustos for the second spot. It's that U.S. Army Toyota around the outside of Weitzman. Weitzman then dives in front of Montrose, a daring move. It's like Corey Deal wanted to check out of the drama that was going on. He 6 truck dropping to the tail of the field. Maybe he didn't like what was going on, or maybe he was forced down there. Hard to tell. Top 5 now. Causey, Bustos, Weitzman, Montrose, and Giglio. Then Harper, Price, Lee, Skrmetta, and Askey, your top 10. Let's talk about Randy. He wants to get up into the top 10. Go ahead, Randy.
You know,
riding there in 9th, battling Travis Skrmetta in his Labor 12 Toyota. Guys are quite literally everywhere in this race.
Right. They're all over the place.
You love to see it, though.
Absolutely.
What do you know? Maybe one of them will get a little swifty here now.
You know, if they do that on the track, I don't know if that's considered public indecency, but there is a level to it.
Report from the 6 team, Child Duties had to pull the emergency brake on the backstretch and head out in 6. Fans of the Deal Brothers, JR and the Real Deal, is going to be ahead of Corey. Bustos put the pressure on our leader, Joseph Causey, in the 24. You see this field's getting very spread out as those tires are starting to wear and they can't hold it flat out as much anymore. Bustos has been kind of biding his time. He and Hoitzman now, a couple Toyotas, try to chase down this Chevy. Joseph Causey out front. How many of you are old enough to remember Net Zero? That was around the era of like the 10, 10, 3, 4, 5. How many of us are old enough
to remember the .com days?
I mean, we still .com.
Yeah, you know, but like, you remember back in, did you ever see the movie Frequency with
yes.
Jim Caviezel? Yeah, he tells the kid to like buy into Yahoo, it's going to be the thing.
Yeah.
And then he winds up making all that money off of it.
Yeah. Now it'd be what, Google? Or just go into...
Yeah, I would say probably Google. I don't know.
Top 3 on a bit of a breakaway. They got a bit of a gap growing over Ian Montrose and Blake Giglio, 4th and 5th. Top 3 single file. Giglio and Montrose side by side. I think we should just at one point pull Randy in, even if it's under green.
Yeah.
I think it would be nice to him for now and see if we get a yellow. But if it goes green the whole way, we're pulling him. Randy currently an 8.
Thank me for something, so that was probably a Stream Raiders.
There you go. Giglio, Montrose still side by side. Harper and Price, then a bit of a gap to Randy Lee. He battles Travis Scrimmetta, 8th and 9th. I see a lot of side-by-side on this track as the draft, as I said, pulls people together. Hard to get away. See further back, outside the top 10, a lot of battle going on. It looks like Josh Emerson in 14th. 5 trucks piled up there together. TJ Floyd on the outside, Cliff Mullins there, the 50 of Colin Teague, and the 71 of Talon Smith. Talon did not qualify, started near the back. Thought he'd be more of a factor, but he is not coming up through the field as quickly as I thought he might. Check in Daddy Dave, currently 21st in his Labor 12 Chevy. Just ahead of the MTV Chevrolet, seems fitting for this year's.
Speaking of Chevy, I saw the funniest truck today. It was an F-150. But they replaced the back badge, the Ford badge, with a Chevy badge. And like the guy had a graphic on his back window that said, "People will say it's a Ford," or something like that. It was a funny, I wish I had a picture of it. It was hilarious.
It's almost as interesting as the 12.5-foot bed Dodge Ram I saw.
You know, I saw one that, I saw one that in Lubbock that was, I don't think it was a true 6x6, but it was like a poorly welded together. I don't know how it was street legal, actually.
Oh man, we're getting spicy in the back. The tires are starting to wear out. Trenton Sneed having to take evasive maneuvers there. Trenton now into the top 10. Seeing to avoid Cher, Askey, and Green all getting out of shape there. Trenton taking advantage, moves into the top 10, now battling Randy Lee for 9th.
Take him out, Randy. Wait, can I be biased? Am I allowed to do that?
Hey, you're in Labor 12 and he is the drummer. You can root for him all day long.
Okay, all right, good. Yeah.
The truck that's passing him does have Labor 12 on it, though. So
You know, it's about raising the bottom line. Really, I think.
This is the first battle on track, too. The top 9 trucks, 8 trucks, all single file. Trenton working the low side, Randy through the middle. Trenton's going to take the spot. Trenton usually pretty good at tire saving, and that's going to come into play here once you're 20 laps into the run. You have Randy Lee still in the top 10. Jeremy Scherer 11th. Thomas Green, Hayden Askey, Talon Smith, TJ Floyd. Top 15 trucks. Check back in at the front. Still the 24 of Causey, Hoytsma and Giglio side by side for second. I think teammates would kind of work together, but Blake Giglio is just going to push Causey out to the lead and pass his teammate. Bustos on debut, running in 4th. Fine debut so far. Harper, last week's winner, running 5th. Price in 6th. Grametta 7th. Montrose is 8th. Trenton Sneed up to the 9th spot. Thomas Green 10th. Howard Smith 11th. So he goes by Randy Lee. Randy fading a little bit here. Hayden Askey 13th. Randy falls to 14th. Colin Teague right there in the 50. He can go around the outside of Randy. Randy heading in the wrong direction. You need to go in there and give him a crew chief pep talk or something.
Yeah. The only thing I know to tell him is turn left.
Turn left better. Turn left faster.
Right.
Looks like he may have cooked his right front. He keeps plowing it up the hill on a corner entry. I think he's burned up the right front in that 00. We got 70% fuel tanks there, Red Cell, so I think we're looking at about 30 laps-ish, question mark. Some drivers came down and topped off the tank on that first caution 5 laps in, so they can go a little further. But none of these top 9 trucks fall into that category. Thomas Green at 10th is the first one that came down. See Jeff Price in 6th. Travis Grametta also looks to the inside of Harper at the same time. Splits the 7 and 77 up. Go ahead and roll through the splits so you can check back outside of the top 20, see if your favorite driver is still in contention. Blake up to the lead now. So he's been able to get past the 24 truck. I think Blake was another one of those biding his time. He was pushing quite a lot, but he was not forcing the truck on corner entry, and now he has pulled ahead of Joseph Causey by almost 4/10. Pretty strong gap when you have this much draft factor. Causey once again up the hill. Lucas trying to take advantage into 3rd. Let's see the 74 of Bustos trying to close in and be a factor, but Blake Giglio, your new leader, gets the bonus points for leading a lap. Travis Grametta 6th, Jeff Price 7th. Grametta was able to get back around. 7 and 77, back together again. Seems like those two always together the last 2 weeks. Montrose, Trenton Sneed, Talon Smith, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Looking for Randy Lee. He's gone to the pit lane. 00.
He's in the pit.
Decided 25 laps in, it was time to make a pit stop. The drummer of Labor 12 getting a fresh set of tires, full tank of fuel. He had absolutely cooked those last set of tires. He splits it into 2 runs. He should be okay here. As long as it stays green, he'll get the early pit. He'll be the fastest truck on the track. Run it out to about lap 50, pit again, then have a 20-lap sprint to the finish. He'd be in great shape. It's assuming we're going 2 stops here. I don't think anyone can go 35, but we'll find out. Maybe a 1-stop race. Judging by no one else coming down, it very well may be the case.
Yeah.
24, Causey off the track, heading to the pit lane in the Net Zero Chevy. Once again, a lonely driver. No one's really joining him. Here comes the 15. I believe that's the 35. Jeremy Scherer in that Banky. They're running down outside the top 20. So not a lot of front-running company for the drivers going for a 2-stop strategy here. Drivers need to make it to 35 or later if they want to make it a 1-stop race. And as we say that, Blake Giglio down off the racing surface brings Lucas Hoytsel with them. That's also Jeff Price, Travis Grametta, Talon Smith, Ian Montrose. Now the pit lane's busy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking Randy Lee may have pulled off a
He may have.
5-head strategy here.
Yeah. Sometimes he thinks.
Bustos out in front. 74 truck yet to hit the pit lane. Everybody in the top 14 have not been down for this cycle yet. Now add Asherbanner to that in 15th as he's gone by Giglio on the pit lane. Watching to see if Bustos comes down, and he does. Thomas Green, number 3, stays out. He's one of the ones that came down and topped off the tank late under that caution, so he can go probably another 4 laps. We'll see how far he's able to stretch it as he goes past all those trucks that are coming off the pit lane. He's effectively putting quite a few trucks a lap down. Yellow happens to come out during this stretch while the 3 truck hasn't been to pit lane yet. It's going to put a lot of good trucks a lap down. You see Montrose and Price both going down a lap. Now they should be able to unlap themselves pretty quickly with the fresher tires. You see almost instantly Price back around him. So still on track, Thomas Green, Dave Hoytsma, TJ Floyd, Travis Martin, Zach Margerson, Mark Dingman, JR Deal, Jay Munch, Daniel Wall, and Scott Elston. The top 10 have not completed the pit cycle. Travis Martin and Mark Dingman call their trucks to pit lane, so 8 trucks still to do fuel service. Nearly everyone taking 4 tires, but Jake Bustos showing an 8.2 second stop. That usually indicates a 2-tire pit stop. Jake Bustos currently in 13th. 74 truck showing an 8.2. Very curious what's going on there. Thomas Green stays out yet another lap. Jay Floyd stays out as Dave Hoytsma hits the pit lane along with Margerson, Jay Munch, and JR Deal. It's like Daniel Wallen in 7th also hitting the pit lane. That leaves 3 trucks, 2 trucks really, still to pit. Thomas Green and TJ Floyd, the last 2. Final cycle of green flag racing. And here comes the leader. Number 3, Thomas Green. Slow it down to the 55 miles an hour pit road speed limit. See in the background also brought down Patsy Catalano. That should hand the race lead back to the 24. Joseph Causey, who has Lucas Hoytsma hot on his tail. Those two have a 2-second lead over Blake Giglio. And Blake kind of losing out there through the cycle of green flag stops. Thomas Green will get credit for leading that lap, but they go by the 3 truck as he is headed off the pit lane. Leader of the race will resume being Joseph Causey. Lucas Hoytsma 2nd. Giglio 2 seconds back in 3rd. Travis Scrivetta another 2.5 in 4th. Jeff Price is 5th. Ian Montrose 6th. Jake Bustos 7th. Talon Smith up to 8th through the cycle. Jeremy Scherer 9th. Colin Teague 2 seconds back of Scherer in 10th. As Hayden Lowell hot on his tail. Then Nathan Harper 12th. Trenton Speed 13th. Hayden Askey 14th. Cliff Mullins 15th. Gatlin Downey in 16th. No relation to Iron Man Robert Downey Jr., as we discovered. Thomas Green all the way back to 17th. After staying out as long as he did on those old tires, but now he has the best tires on the track. We'll see if he's able to push up through the field. As Travis Martin right behind him. Randy Lee back in 19th after everything unfolded. Thought he would be a little further ahead with the fresh tires on as long as he did, but not coming to fruition. Randy Lee, 19th. Dave Hoytsma in 20th. Mark Dingman, 21st. Josh Emerson, 22nd. Jake Lawrence, 23rd. Jay Munch, 24th. JR Deal, 25th. TJ Floyd, 26th. Scott Elston, 27th. Matt Banky, 28th. Daniel Llewellyn, 29th. Zach Margerson, 30th. Will Asherbrander, 31st. First truck off the lead lap. 1 lap down showing for the 31 team. Then suddenly put him back on a lead lap as I'm talking about him. I'm so confused. So I mean, it's scoring very, very struggling right now. Patsy Catalano on the pit lane. That truck currently 4 laps down and counting as he is parked there. Corey Deal had to do daddy duties, so he is currently 21 laps down. And Alec Andricks in the 4 truck never really got going as he is still shown out of the race. I think maybe he came out, did a lap to get his completion. Lucas Hoisman, meanwhile, has taken the point away from Causey. Maybe Causey went to save some fuel, but he's tucked in behind Lucas Hoisman now.
Yep.
I think this truck has Labor 12 in 7 spots on it.
It really needs to be a nice round 12 spots, honestly.
You're right. We need to labor a little bit more to get 12 spots. See what I did there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Trust me, we have spent a lot of time in the car, and we've made a lot of puns out of it.
Oh, I just noticed another one, so it's 10. We need 2 more.
You know, it's one of the things that we talk about a lot is if we're going to take ourselves seriously, we have to seriously learn how to make fun of ourselves, too.
Exactly.
So, like, we have fun with it. I don't.
You have
puns,
to.
whatever. I don't really. Yeah, it's fun. It's ours. We can do with it what we want.
Like, for a long time, Skillet was my favorite band. And they would just be like, yes, we named ourselves after a frying pan. If you don't like it, number 1, shut up. Number 2, neither do I.
Yeah, I've always wanted to see them. I've not gotten to see them.
I've seen them way too many times.
Yeah.
Not as much as Breaking Ben, but way too many times.
Breaking Benjamin was here last week. No, you know what? Maybe it was like mid-January, which feels like last week to me. But they were 2 hours south of us. But I think it was just their acoustic tour. It was like a Wednesday night or something. There's just no way to make it work, really.
I was trying to go see that, but they sold out so fast.
Well, so that's how I feel about when Creed announced their summer tour, the summer of '99 tour. I was like, I want tickets, and like just how my work was falling, like I couldn't get tickets. They announced the fall tour today, so I'm gonna really try to get tickets. But I had a meet and greet with them like 10 years ago. No, gosh, that was 2009, more than 10 years ago.
10 years ago was, 15.
But they were giving them away. They were giving meet and greets like away.
Dang.
Now, because of the Rangers in the World Series, the meet and greets I think start at like almost $1,000.
Jeez.
And I'm like, no, I've met them all. I don't. And meet and greets really aren't that great.
No.
They make them sound really great, but they hurt you like cattle taking a picture.
Yeah, it's like take a picture, get out. Take a picture, get out.
Yep.
It's like we're not really meeting and greeting. It's
Right. But it's still fun. I do want to go see them this fall. They'll be back in Fort Worth around November.
You haven't missed much. Green flag racing, very spread out after the round of green flag pit stops. Not a lot of battling going on, but Talon Smith trying to make his way into the top 6 as he battles Ian Montrose. Able to clear the 1 truck. Talon moves up to 6th. Montrose probably going to try to look for the crossover coming off of 4. Decides against it. He'll try to push Talon. Hayden Lowell 8th, Jerry Scherer 9th, Colin Teague 10th, Thomas Green 11th, Trenton Sneed. Looks like this group's gone single file. They were putting on a good show for a while. Cliff Mullins, Harper, and Gatlin Downey. They've gone single file. Travis Martin 16th, Askey 17th, Dave Hoytsma in 18th, Jake Bustos back in 19th. That 2-tire call not working out for the 74 truck. Mark Dingman in the 20th spot, J.R. Deals 21st, Jake Lawrence 22nd, Jay Lynch 23rd, Randy Lee only down to 24th. What happened to our guy? He was up in the top 10.
I know. I think it was the tire change.
Emerson in 25th.
That happened before but that happened after the tire change.
It happened on both ends of it, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wore them out, and then, I don't know, once he put new ones on, I thought he'd have the advantage. He had 3 laps on fresh tires before everyone else, but he did not come out a winner like I thought he would on that. Scott Elston 27th. Wallen 28th, Margerson 29th. They're all battling there together. Banky 30th, Ashley Ryder 31st in the 31 truck. Is showing on the lead lap, by the way. And then Patsy Catalano. Last truck still running, 32nd.
I had to pop into Randy's stream and tell him to start pulling his weight.
Top two have broken away. 2-second lead over Giglio.
I have done this once, like just to practice. I can't remember if it was we did Texas maybe. It is deceptively hard.
It's very hard
to race. Yeah, it is not easy. Like I couldn't even keep it straight on a track with no other people. So
I had my sponsor originally when I started, Miracle Mobile Detailing. He came over to my house and jumped on my rig. And we're from Richmond, so we of course loaded in there, and he couldn't even get it off pit road.
Yeah, it's a totally different beast.
You know, they get in and they just mash the gas pedal, and that's not going to work.
No. That's how I live life.
Perfect. What you got to look forward to? I know you got the Psychophantic video coming up soon. We got a timetable on that?
So this is, y'all will hear this first. I mean, if you've been in Randy's stream, you're probably keeping up with it. So Ross and I actually own a video production company. That's what we do for
Hamill Studios,
yeah, Hamill Studios. So in the last like 3 or 4 weeks, we have been working on probably the single biggest job of our entire careers at this point. Which has not happened yet, but like we met with the client, they gave us the budget, we peed our pants, and then have been working to get everything around to make that happen. So the unfortunate thing is that because the band is still technically a hobby, that pushes the timeline back on the music video. However, the best way I can put it is I don't have to work for the next 2 years if I don't want to.
Dude.
So, yeah, so that's not going to be the case. Obviously, we're going to keep taking work because we will be out of work in 2 years.
Right.
But that being said, that opens us up. It gives us a lot of freedom. We don't have to take a lot of like the really, really, really low budget, scraping by kind of work that keeps us busy. So that's going to wrap up in the beginning of March. I have another client who pretty much has us for March. And then come April, things are going to slow down for us. So what we're hoping to do is that what we're making opens us up to some of the things we're running into is how to make a music video on basically, like, people have funded it, that's been awesome, but most of that has just gone to costuming.
Dang.
Because it's just expensive to do these things and do them well. But now we'll have the funds to like be able to actually rent locations to shoot in and that kind of thing. So that speeds up our timeline quite a bit. So I don't know if it really offsets the overall like in deadline. But we have waited to announce it to basically all of our like email people until like contractors say, okay, this is what's happening. This is why. So it's great news for us, but also it sucks because we have to push the music video back. But I think overall it will be better for the music video to push it back, if that makes sense.
It does. Sounds like the quality and everything will go up.
Yeah, I'm hoping beginning of summer having it out. It's a really huge undertaking for what we have planned for it. It's a lot more story based. Than our last music video was just a performance, so we could shoot it in a day. Like right now, we've done 2 days of shooting essentially, and have shot about 25, 30 seconds of music video. So it's just a lot more narrative. So think about it in terms of making a movie and all the different set changes and scene changes and stuff like that they have. Is why it takes so long to make a movie. Similar to doing a music video, but also there are 2 of us making it, not a crew of like 500 people. So,
right.
But I think that it's going.
Oh, the leaders get together. Lucas Hoytsma turns the 24 around, crashes the 24 of Kazi. Hoytsma goes around as well, and our 2 leaders bring out the second caution as they were battling for the lead. Go back and take a look. Lucas Hoytsma tries to cross under here, gets to the inside, but then the truck pushes up into the left rear of the 24 Chevy, turns around Causey. They both go into the wall briefly, then Hoytsma spins to the inside. Causey doesn't look too badly damaged. Neither does Hoytsma, but definitely not ideal for the battle for the lead. As we went to watch them, Causey and Hoytsma go around. Causey's still your leader.
How is he still in the lead after that?
Because Hoytsma straightened him back out, kind of.
Yeah, I guess. It's like, oh, come on, Lucas.
And Lucas spun to the inside, but Causey able to maintain the lead. He'll have to come down and probably get some damage repair, optional or otherwise.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take much to upset the arrow on these
Travis
trucks.
into third, too.
Does. Travis third behind Giglio. Talon Smith up to fourth now. Price fifth. Thomas Green sixth. Hayden Lowell seventh. Ian Montrose eighth. Trent Steve ninth. Jerry Sherry, your top 10. As now everybody's going to be on the same strategy, and we are right on the edge of that fuel window. It could be 30 laps to go. Some people will come down top off the tanks and try to make it, I am sure. Right on the edge of that fuel number.
What is the average, average amount of laps you get out of a full tank on this race?
For this track, they're looking like they're hitting around 27 to 30. So those that can stretch the fuel, they're going to be right on that edge. It's only 20 laps to go, though. I don't know why I'm thinking 30. So everyone's good to go from here on fuel.
Yeah, 22, so...
My brain was seeing a 4 and a 7 and saying 30. It's a 4-9. And
my brain can't. My brain just can't. This whole work that has been happening has just been like eating our lunch. It's like,
oh, Jeff Price misses his box, drives through it. He's going to have to back up and lose quite a few spots on pit road. Cost him about 3 seconds to throw it in reverse and back into his pit stall.
oh jeez.
Under yellow is the worst time to do that. It's all the trucks are piled up together. Jeff Price is probably going to drop out of the top 10 from that. Causey on and off the pit lane holds the lead. Giglio second. Talon Smith looks like he's jumped over Scametta. Talon Smith all the way up to third. And that drops Scametta to fourth. Hayden Lowell now fifth. Ian Montrose sixth. Trenton Sneed seventh, back into the top 10. Jeff Price falls to eighth with that mistake on the pit lane. Cost him, looking at it, exactly 3 seconds. Thomas Green in ninth. Lucas Hoytsma picked up 2 spots on pit road. Now he's 10th. He was 12th when he went in. Nathan Harper 11th. Colin Teague showing 12th. Travis Martin 13th. Jeremy Scher shows 14th, but it also shows he did not stop in his box. Maybe he missed it going down the pit lane. Or maybe iRacing is glitching out on that information. We'll see if the 15 comes back down or not. This takes all the fuel strategy out of it. Now it's just tire management over the course of 20 laps. Catlin Downey in 15th. Dave Hoytsman now 16th, back into the top 20. Field checking up under yellow, and Cliff Mullins gets into the back of J.R. Teal under yellow. Yikes. There's J.R. 17th, Mullen 18th, Askey 19th, Mark Dingman in 20th. 21st, Jay Munch 22nd. Randy Lee, that drummer guy. Josh Emerson in 23rd. Zach Martin 24th. Scott Elston 25th. TJ Floyd 26th. Will Asher-Banner 27th. Jake Lawrence on the pit lane again. He's going to top off the tank. Currently in the 28th spot. Jake Bustos. Truck had fallen way, way back. Looks like he topped off the tank last time around. 5-second quick stop for him. He's 29th. Daniel Wallen shows in 30th. He had a lot of repair to do on that Labor 12 CTC Chevrolet, but he is still out there on the lead lap in 30th. Matt Benke 31st on the lead lap. So now only truck off the lead lap still running. Patsy Catalano 4 laps down in that Chevy Haviland number 54. Field rides around under the caution behind the pace car. Lights are out. So we are getting ready for the restart here. We have 19 laps to go when we get this green flag. Jake, go ahead and give me a pick for who you think's going to win.
Oh, gosh. That's, man, I don't know. That's really, really tough.
Same as the lottery. Just pick a number and go with it.
I kind of want to say... I don't know. I didn't expect Kazi to be in first, right?
Green flag is
There's
out now. Kazi and Giglio are leading us to turn number 1. Talon Smith instantly pouncing on Giglio for second. White and pink 71 takes away the second spot from Giglio. Travis Scrimmetta trying to push Blake, but no avail. And now Hayden Lowell settles in with Ian Montrose battling for 5th. Trenton Sneed, 7th spot, trying to hold off teammate Jeff Price. And they're wrecking in the background. Gatlin Downey goes around, gets collected by the 73. Caution is right back out, and you get more time to think about your pick.
Yeah. See, I was going to pick the guy that just wrecked, so, you know.
Oh, Gatlin Downey way back there. Gets up the hill, gets loose, bounces off Daddy Dave, hits Cliff Mullins, then slides down the track right in front of, I believe that was the 73. I don't know what actually brought out the yellow, because none of that would have done it. Unless it's the part where Gatlin Downey is sideways right in front of Randy.
He managed to dodge it again. That's pretty impressive.
Let's go on the cockpit and watch Randy Lee come through here. Oh my gosh. That was
Right?
close. So close.
Ah, gosh, yeah.
One more time.
I'm getting it, you know, 2.5 seconds.
Delayed,
after
right.
Yeah.
You could fix that if you want.
Oh, no.
And there he goes around.
Man, I kind of want to think. I wonder if Travis is going to pull it out.
He could. He's up there.
He's close. And you know, you never know what's going to happen in those first 2 spots. First 3 even.
There you go. Now you can watch him get that.
Oh, there we go.
But yeah, job number 1 is to not crash and be there at the end. And job number 2 is to get the best finish possible. So as we said, everyone is good on fuel. No one should pit here unless they have damage to repair. Should be a few of the trucks outside the top 20. Maybe Dave Hoytsma in 19th. Dave has that right side damage. He's going to come down and check the timer on the damage. I'm sure it's all optional as the truck looks mostly okay, but you see the right front fender is pushed in, and that is a highly sensitive aero spot on the truck, so he's going to need to get that fixed. May even want to take the fast repair so he's not sitting there for too long. Saw that right side fix and clean up, and back down he goes. So I'm guessing he did take that fast repair. Truck looks brand new again. I don't know. That right front still kind of looks kind of funky to me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's still damaged a little bit. So he didn't take a fast repair, but he got all the optional that it would let him. So the truck's as good as it's going to be.
Yep.
See the 73, Josh Emerson. He had a lot of contact. See the front end of that Chevrolet caved in. Down the pit lane he goes. See if he gets a new pickup truck or not. See him backing into a stall. He overshot it a little bit. Looks like they're doing damage repair. They're not taking the quick repair on that truck. Catalano gets a lap back. Goes from 4 laps down to 3 laps down. I really hope we don't have so many cautions that he ends up on a lead lap. That would be kind of miserable.
Right.
It's TJ Floyd.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. It all changes in the blink of an eye.
Definitely does. Cliff's truck had a little contact in that right rear, but it looks okay for the 3017. Bustos been running so good tonight, finds himself back at 24th. Jake Lawrence, a little scratch right on the 6. Looks like he's in the 8 truck when you look at the right side. Scott Elson, the 85. Zach Margerson, 55 team. Daniel Wallen, he's currently in the top 20. And Jay Munch, Randy Lee back over in the top 20 at 18. And Askey Dingman, Share, DOT. Travis Martin, Nathan Trevor. Thomas Green, Lucas Weissman. Lucas, 16 laps to get back to the front here. You have Hayden Lowell, Trenton Sneed. Trenton in the 6th spot. Ian Montrose 5th. Travis Corbetta 4th. Blake Giglio 3rd. Then Talon Smith and Joseph Causey. Causey very fortunate. He was able to hang on to the lead, come down, fix the truck, and still your leader in the 24. Now the whole field is there instead of a Lucas Weitzma and Joseph Causey battle. Everyone's back in it, all the way back to Josh Emerson in 31st, all on the lead lap, and anything can happen when you punch these trucks up. Should see that pace car sedan make that sharp left. There it goes. Field is in control of Joseph Causey with 15 laps to go in the Labor 12 Truck Series. Causey back on that loud pedal. Green flag should be waving right about now. There it goes. Causey, Giglio. Giglio trying to get Talon Smith the same way Talon got him. Immediately on the restart on the inside line. Blake kind of pushes him up a little bit to get the arc into the corner entry. Talon hangs tough on that outside line. Now has the draft from the 24 truck he can count on. Ian Montrose, meanwhile, getting a push from Hayden Lowell down the inside. They're trying to get by Travis Skrmeta. Montrose is going to clear. Hayden wants to be a part of it. Talon Smith not only wants Blake Giglio, he's trying to look to the outside of the 24 truck. Looks like Blake's decided to push Talon. Now they go single file through the top four. Travis Skrmeta, the first one out of line. Hayden Lowell to his inside. Trenton Sneed pushing Skrmeta. Lucas Hoyt's back into the picture. He's up to 9th. Talon goes to the inside of the 24 truck, trying to take away the inside lane. Gets him clear off the corner. Slides up across the nose of the 24. 24's will cross him over. Go back to the inside.
Oh,
Blake
there you go.
Giglio as the 68 goes around on the back. Is that going to bring out the fourth caution? It does. I think Talon Smith will be your leader. Causey second. Giglio third when we get behind the pace car. Let's go back and see what happens to Jake Lawrence in the 68 machine. Or the 8, depending on what side of the truck you're looking at. Looks like Daniel Llewellyn gets his back bumper. Right on board with the 23. Jake goes up the hill to get away from that car action truck on the inside of Scott Elston. And Llewellyn gets into the back bumper of Jake Lawrence. See, Jake got a little loose right in front of Daniel when he tried to change lanes. Daniel did not have enough time to react to that truck getting loose in front of him. Gets in the back of Lawrence and turns him the rest of the way around. So a little bit of a 50-50 on that one. Is not as much on Daniel as it first looked.
We can still do it.
Of course. We can't tell Daniel he didn't do it, right?
Right.
What would be the point of that?
That's no fun.
Oh, you say we pull up Randy.
Yeah, bring him in.
Take me a minute to find him. I don't see him. Did he bail?
I don't think he did.
He's still in the race, but he's not in the Discord. How dare he?
It may be family stuff
Fair enough, but still.
with the kids and all that in there, so.
We can't talk to Randy at the moment. That would have been so fun.
I can answer his questions, though. Badly, but I can answer them.
All right, Randy, so what do you think about Jake?
Oh. This is really awkward.
Yeah, you wanted to ask, huh?
He's a jerk.
Thought you were going to say he's the best.
Nah, no, my self-deprecating humor won't allow me that.
Very well. Let's then find the highest running driver that is in Discord. It looks like it could be Mr. Giglio. I'll get the movie. Blake,
How's it going?
it's going good. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. I was falling asleep back here.
For a long time, you were all by yourself there till that caution came out.
I was nice and by myself, and now we gotta go win a race.
Yeah, well, now you're in third. You're caught up to the leaders, and Jake wants to ask you questions.
What?
Oh boy.
What?
Surprise!
What is your quest?
Ask him why the Labor 12 logo is not all over your truck.
Don't ask me that question. Next question.
Doesn't even have the banners
People
on.
won't let you answer that? Yeah.
Nah, we're not allowed to answer those questions around here. I can tell you though, you like that last restart I had?
It was good. It was good. You
Yeah,
learned
all you
from
gotta do
Talon
is-
Smith when he did it to you.
Well, yeah, if you really just hit the gas really hard when you're behind the leader, eventually he has to go. So it worked. We're gonna see if it works this time. He's probably gonna hit the brake, but listen, As long as he doesn't do anything dumb, we won't wreck. So.
I mean, that'd be
We're
really
gonna try
fun
again.
to watch him break in front of the whole 30 truck field.
I mean, unless he wants to wreck. I wouldn't want to wreck in the lead.
Apparently,
No.
Daniel hit Cliff under yellow and it hit TJ Floyd.
What?
We're
What's
only
going
half
on
a
with
lap
that?
away from green, or else I would go look for that. Maybe after the race, we'll go look for that. But
I'm gonna
remember
kill a
that.
little 3-wide action here.
All right, Blake, put it on him. Give us a show.
I'll try. I'll try.
And I'll try to put you back in your team.
Oh, hell yeah.
No promises.
Oh, boy.
What are they in? Low drag?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Blake Giglio running third right now. Having a little fun with them. We had to give him some ribbon for not having Labor 12 anywhere on his truck.
Yeah, well, you know, you can't be. Well, not all of us can be perfect.
Right? And Blake is too good at racing, so he has to suck at putting Labor 12 logos on. All right,
You know,
your front
this is-
row is Talon Smith
Oh,
and
sorry. Go ahead.
Joseph Causey, Blake Giglio, Montrose row 2, Scribetta, and Hayden Lowell row 3. And then look at Trenton Sneed sneaking his way up there. And has Lucas Hoytsma in the 8th spot, Thomas Green and Jeff Price, your top 10. We're coming for the restart. You got 10 laps to go. You need to get a pick right now.
I thought I said Travis.
Did you? Travis in the 6th
Yeah.
spot. Now 5th.
Yeah,
depending on
but
if
now that he's
Hayden's
in the
fast or
6th
not.
spot, I don't know if I want to commit to that.
I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, Field's checking up big time. They're all stacking up. Is everyone going to get away? They do. Force them 4 wide. A lot of bumper-to-bumper contact, but Field somehow survived that. That is a great way to have a massive wreck. Talon Smith breaks out to the lead. Causey in second. As we get a close-up look at our leader. Giglio trying to take second spot away from the 24. Squeezes up in front of him. Then drops back down to force him to push him down the backstretch. He's going to get a run on Talon Smith here. Where's he going to go with it? To the high side he goes. 24 Causey goes to the inside. Blake not able to get to the quarter panel of the 71. Unable to use the air to pull him back a little bit. We'll see if the 24 helps him out or not. As the top 6 trucks go single file, Lucas Hoytsma, the 6th of those. Side by side is the 81 of Trenton Sneed and 77 Travis Scrimmetta for the 7th spot. Here goes Blake looking to the high side once again. Still unable to get that nose alongside the rear quarter panel. Zariah hanging out. Didn't even know Hayden was racing, but there he is in the 5th spot. Ian Montrose almost got alongside the 24 truck, just not quite able to get the run. Now he has a push from Hayden Lowell. We'll see where he goes with it. Here he goes, 24. Shoves Giglio to the outside of Talon Smith. Now they have a run on that high line. 24 is drifting up a bit as he's pushing through the corner. Not able to stay on Giglio's bumper. Talon has the short way around the bottom. And now we have 5 trucks lined up to fight Talon. Nobody wants to go with them. They know he's too good. Poor Talon. Oh, Ian Montrose off the bumper of Hayden Lowell. Gets turned sideways. And Hayden comes down into Trenton Sneed and causes the massive wreck here with 8 to go. And this is the big one at Auto Club. Everyone piles into it, feels like. We are back under yellow with Giglio as your leader. That was a lot of trucks getting turned around. Hayden Lowell got into the back of Ian Montrose, and boy, it was on. Try to get a far
survived, so, you know.
There's the tag from Hayden. Gets the left rear of Montrose into the corner. Hayden gives him room to save it, but then trucks behind. Not able to check up in time. Looks like Trenton got turned and set all that off. Let's go back and watch the 81. Trenton has done such a great job of putting himself up in position, too. See, he's ahead of Thomas Green. There's actually quite a gap up to those trucks. They start coming down the hill. Trenton gets loose trying to stay off of him. Colin Teague nowhere to go as he didn't see that coming. And we have quite a few destroyed trucks there. Looks like 5 or 6 trucks up and into the outside wall. Hayden's truck looks like the right front steering is broke on that truck. Quite the impact with the right front corner of that Napa Chevy. Will Asherman, a good job avoiding everything. Let's check in on the 15 of Scherer. See how he got involved in all this. He's running mid-pack of that second group. And he's already up high, kind of committed, and the other trucks just come up into him. Jeff Price gets a piece in the 19 as well. Oh my gosh, Jeremy Scherer down the track.
Duty right there.
I believe that was Daddy Dave, 79, nowhere to go. Oh no, that was ahead of him. Daddy Dave actually cleared everything. Good job to him. Who's that black and blue truck? Not familiar with that paint scheme. Let's jump around until we find it. Sheesh, that was an aero escape for Gatlin Downey. My brain is just not functioning now.
That's okay. It's late somewhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And nowhere all at once. 37. Is that Cliff? That was Cliff. Couldn't see the pink on the nose. Oh my gosh, Cliff just kills the 15 truck. Then rolls to the inside wall, and I believe Alt F4 is out. His truck was
his nose is dragging a little bit.
a little
like
bit.
Artie Lang.
Cliff in a world of trouble. See if we can check back in on our leaders. Obviously, the front all stay out. Track position very important. Tires not that much. A little, but not that much. Let's see what we got.
I think Randy's in 11th now.
Yeah, he avoided all of that.
Yeah.
Good job, Randy.
No, and you just remove the competition.
Or let it remove itself, yeah.
I always like to go into his stream and be like, 6 laps to go and 10 spots, buddy. You got this.
That's what you want to hear from your crew chief.
Yeah. I'd be a horrible crew chief.
Blake still leads. Kazi second. Lucas Weitzman is third. Colin Teague fourth. Travis Martin up into the top 5. Haven't said his name much tonight, but there he is. Good job, Mr. Martin. Travis Kermetta in 6th. Hayden Askey 7th. J.R. Deal 8th. Mark Digman is 9th. And Margerson here top 10. Randy Lee 11th. Matt Benke 12th. TJ Floyd 13th. Jake Lawrence 14th. Gatlin Downey 15th. Dave Hoyts was 16th. Scott Elson 17th. Jeff Price 18th. Thomas Green 19th. And Talon Smith from battling up front all the way down to 20th. Tough break for the 71 team. They had really brought a strong piece. Bustos.
Yeah, he was rushing it up there for a while.
You know, he kind of took his time early on, and when it started to matter, he started working his way up there. All unraveled for him here right in the end.
That's the thing about racing, it really is not over until it's over.
Definitely not. We have 4 laps to go when we get this green flag, and about half a lap. All I can say is we can't root for Blake, right? Because he doesn't have Labor 12 logos.
Yep, that's exactly right. It's his own fault.
Yep. And he even has all that blank area right on the bed of his truck.
Oh, I know.
Perfect.
I've got 47 places. I've got 12 different places on his truck I could put a logo.
Nice. I like, oh, from 47 to 12.
Well, because 12 is ironic more than anything.
And 47 is J.J. Abrams' favorite number.
Is it really? I have a buddy who works for J.J. Abrams. Or used to. I don't know if he does anymore. I'm pretty sure
oh my
he's
gosh.
still a bad robot.
Travis Kermetta jumped out to the inside immediately on Colin Teague, as Colin Teague did not get going to Travis Kermetta's liking. And he'll move up to the 4th spot on that high line. Colin Teague caught napping a little bit. Giglio, Hoytsman, and the 24 of Kazi. Top 3 trucks back at it again. Now the teammates are working together. The 2 Toyotas trying to push past that Chevrolet of the Joseph Kazi machine. Early in the race, they were having fun racing one another, but now that it is pay window time, they are working together. Giglio gets clear of the 24. Let's see if Hoytsman is able to clear. Move into 2nd. They're side by side. Travis Martin in 4th. Travis Kermetta into the top 5. You watch this battle for 2nd. Farther back, J.R. Deal. Where'd he come from? Up into the top 10. Battling for 6th. As he goes inside the 50 of Teague. You can see Deal having a good run on something that's technically not a super speedway. Hoytsman sliding up the hill a bit. Is he going to get the 24 again? Very close, but does not. Travis Martin in the Home Depot Ford now slides in there.
Close.
Randy Lee way down to the apron because they're going 3 wide farther back. Now the top 4 trucks all side by side. Travis Kermetta trying to figure out where to go. Giglio and the 24 of Kazi door to door down the front stretch. Kazi going to lead this lap. Giglio not going to be able to side draft enough before the line. Hoytsman trying to give him a push. Travis Martin still there on the inside in the Home Depot truck. Giglio forces the 24 wide to get his corner entry. You see him then dive down the hill and helps him get momentum on the 24 truck. Lucas is getting tight. Here comes Travis Martin to the inside. So he's still got the tire. And they are 3 wide once again back there. And once again, it's Randy Lee on the inside. He's having a hell of a race back there. Inside goes Joseph Causey on Blake Giglio. Is he going to get tight? Laps winding down quickly here at Auto Club. Blake Giglio, for the moment, holding off Causey as we go to the final lap of the race. White flag in the air. Blake Giglio, your leader. Joseph Causey, Hoytsma Martin. The top 4 trucks have broken away. There won't be a yellow, so these trucks will decide it one way or another. Blake Giglio trying to hold off the 24. Will he get that tailgate up in front? Yes, he does. Causey's going to dive it to the inside. Here we go down the backstretch, side by side. Top 4 trucks all side by side again. Causey's going to drive it in there. How hard does he go? He's going to clear Giglio, move it up the track. Will Giglio have enough truck to cut it back to the inside off the corner? I don't think he does. Joseph Causey with the power move through 3 and 4. Brings it to the line, and Joseph Causey with the win. Blake Giglio second, Lucas Hoytsma third, Travis Martin fourth, and Travis Scrimetta the top 5. J.R. Deal, great finish in 6th. Hayden Askey 7th. Margison 8th, didn't call him much all night, finds a top 10. Jeff Price 9th, and Thomas Green rounding out that top 10. What a finish at Auto Club Speedway. And Joseph Causey, what a power move through 3 and 4 to get Blake Giglio. Outstanding pass on the last lap. Your winner, the 24 of Joseph Causey. Well, Jacob, what did you think of that finish?
Man, I'm gonna have to pull my couch cushions out of my butt, I guess is the easiest way to put that. Got real tight there. A lot of stress happening.
On the edge of the seat, clenching a little bit too much, maybe?
Yeah.
We'll watch Causey come down and do his burnouts. If we can get the top 3 to the interview room, Lucas Hoytsma, Blake Giglio, and Joseph Causey. Pull all of you up to the waiting room, please, and thank you. As we watch Causey get his burnouts in. Let's see if we can just go ahead.
This is the only professional burnout that's fun.
That's so well
worded.
worded.
The rest of it's just demeaning.
That is so well worded. That's great. I'm going to use that forever now.
Absolutely. You're welcome to it. That's what I'm here for.
Trying to move Lucas up here, but you know, they're too good to move for us. Lucas, DG, got a copy?
Yo.
Hi, we were talking trash about you. No, we were just saying I always have to move you guys. You don't ever come up for me. But appreciate you checking in for us since I dragged you up here. You finished 3rd tonight in that Labor 12 Toyota. We got Jacob in the booth. First of all, tell me your favorite Labor 12 song.
Well, I mean, Psycho Fancy is pretty good, but
it's just that was the sleeper. Everybody says it. It's great.
But honestly, I don't know. I mean, you just got to go with the classic Suffocate.
That's my favorite.
It's been around the longest.
It has.
It has.
Yeah. All right. Well, congrats on that P3 finish. Looked like it was a hell of a lot of fun out there. Did you have any idea you'd be able to get back up to 3rd after you had that issue early on, get spun around and drop back to 12th?
24 was racing me hard. I'll give him that. I mean, you can't fault him. I mean, I felt like he came down on me in that incident. It screwed me up, so I mean, he can't be bad. So yeah, I got back up there and I tried my best, but him and Blake were just pretty good up there, and I tried to help Blake as much as I could, but the 24 just got around us. He got the job done. He did a pretty good job. So, man, Auto Club was so much fun though. It was so aero dependent, so much draft games and stuff. It was a weird one, but I had fun.
I mean, that's kind of what we're about at Sidewinder. Weird but fun.
Absolutely.
Well, congrats on that P3 finish. You got the friends, family, sponsor shout-outs, and for the love of God with Jacob in the booth, don't forget Labor 12.
Well, first of all, I just want to thank No Drag, CTC, M9 Performance. I got one more, but I can't remember it. Oh, right. It's right on the hood. It's Labor XII or something like that.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
You've done better than most people. Actually, I get told 7 a lot. Like, okay, somebody didn't pay attention in 5th grade.
Labor 7.
That's a V?
Yes, that's a V, right, with another V upside down, right? It's 2 Vs.
Well,
Oh,
congrats on third. That's pretty. I can't drive that well, so.
All right, Jacob, we're going to make you ask Lucas a question that you think of.
Oh gosh. What is your go-to podium snack after racing?
Nice.
I mean, first the bottled water. Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I
Yeah.
sweat like a pig for no reason.
Hydrate. Yeah.
But it's just a weird one. I just had some earlier. Flaming hot Cheetos pretzels.
Nice.
Ooh, I
That
didn't know
sounds
they made
amazing.
pretzels.
Yeah, it's a new thing. It's pretty good.
My digestive tract just loves the idea of that, and my toilet. But we don't need to go there.
Perfect. All right, Lucas, congrats on that P3 run and getting all your sponsors in there, including that Labor XXI place, whatever it is, 21, right?
21.
All right. Appreciate you, Lucas, always racing with us. We appreciate you so much for being part of our community, and we'll see you next race.
Thanks, man. See you guys.
Lucas Hoytsman, bring it home, P3. Let's bring in that Giglio fella. Blake, DG, you got a copy?
How's it going?
It's going fantastic. You put on a whale of a show, but unfortunate for you, got passed on that last lap there. Tell me what you needed to hold off that 24 truck.
Yeah, I think I just need to play it a little bit better. I should have gave him the dirty air and won. And then I think our best bet either was to block him down the whole backstretch and risk getting turned, or ripping right above him, keeping it wide open up there. But I think if I did either of those, I wouldn't have survived. So I did what I had to survive and just get a good points day, seeing that I'll be missing next week.
10-4, we bring it home P2 tonight. You got the friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us tonight. And don't you dare mention Labor 12 since they're not on your truck.
Okay. Shout out to Metallica. No. Shout out to Low Drag, Artemis, CDC Racing, M9 Performance, Jake Swanson Shock Technology. Everyone's on there. Shout out to you guys for broadcasting. Shout out to Lucas there. He gave me a good push. Thought we had it there and just came up a little bit short, but come back strong here Thursday night.
10-4. Congrats on that strong P2 run tonight. Really put on a good show for us. We appreciate you being part of everything, and we'll see you in the next race.
Thank you.
Blake Giglio brings it on P2. Now we go get Joseph Causey in the 24. Joseph, DG, and Jacob up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, sir, you got it done here at Michigan Auto Club Speedway. They're very similar. Both 2
Very
mile.
similar. But
Yeah.
I think this was the better track, to be honest.
A little bit smoother and easier to get off turn 2. So, yeah, I'll agree with you. But you put on one hell of a show, a heck of an exciting last lap pass on Blake Giglio to pick up the win. What was going through your mind as that was all going down?
Oh, man. I knew the 2 on my inside were teammates, so I had to side draft them hard on that restart and just to stay side by side with Blake and try to stay with him. I didn't think that crossover was going to work right there at the end. I was able to get back to his inside and got a huge run down the backstretch, and I was able to get side by side with him coming into that 3, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I got it to stick, and I got ahead of him, and I was like, oh, man, I can't believe it. That actually worked.
Well, you know what the difference was? Blake Giglio didn't have the Labor 12 stickers on, and you did.
Is that what it was?
Amen. God has preferences.
Jacob, you got a question for our race winner, Joseph Causey?
Oh gosh, man, I was not prepared for questions.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Could be race related. It could be wacky.
Yeah, I kind of liked what I asked.
Why not keep it consistent? Go for
Lucas.
it.
Yeah. So I asked Lucas this. What is your go-to podium post-race snack?
I don't know. I haven't even eaten dinner yet, so I don't know.
Be a full-ass dinner for a snack. There you go.
You know what? I'm at the age, I'm 31. Dinner can be a snack, so...
I'm 35, so, you know. Hey.
Perfect. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I had a taco bowl, and it was delicious.
Oh, man. That sounds good.
Wingstop was sponsoring me for this race, so...
Nice.
Awesome. Well, congrats on this victory. Is that your first in SRL in whole? I think it is, right?
Yes, this is my second race here.
There you go. Well, maybe we'll see you back for
Oh,
some more in
man.
other series, not just the trucks, but we appreciate you being part of our community. You got the friends, family, and sponsors shout-outs for us this week?
Hey, shout out to the league and shout out to the broadcast. I definitely go back and watch this one. That was a fun race.
Those
All the way through.
broadcasters are assholes. I wouldn't shout them out.
But shout out to everybody in the league. Like, we stayed green for majority of the race. Me and Lucas had that one little incident, but I mean, other than that, man,
Yeah, what was
great
going through
racing.
your mind there when you got up and into the wall, and next thing you know, iRacing tells you to go back to the lead?
Well, me keeping it straight like I did, I thought I was gonna keep the lead because that's the way iRacing works. Usually,
Yep.
if you keep it straight and you keep it rolling straight, you usually keep your position. So when they let me have the lead, I was like, well, I guess I'm just gonna burn this fast repair and just go ahead and fix it up and go right back out.
Well, Rowdy pointed out your win percentage is now 500 in the lead. That has to feel pretty good.
Nice.
Right? Well, we'll see if you make it the .667 next week. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for being part of our community, and we'll see you next week.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Yep, congrats.
Joseph Causey in the 24, picking up the win. Let's go ahead and look at our final results while we watch his truck in the background, if we can get this ATVO to do its job. And there it goes. Your winner, the 24 of Joseph Causey, by a narrow margin over Blake Giglio in second. Lucas Hoyther brings it home third. Travis Martin picks up a fourth place. Didn't talk about him much all race long, but when it counted, there he was. Travis Kermetta brings home his Labor 12 Toyota in the fifth spot. JR Deal 6. Then you have Hayden Askey, Zach Margison, Jeff Price, and Thomas Green rounding out the top 10. One heck of a race tonight. Let's look at page 2. Jake Lawrence, Mark Dingman, TJ Floyd, Jake Bustos, Randy Lee, Gatlin Downey, Hayden Lowell, Trenton Sneed, Talon Smith, and Dave Hoytsville all picking up top 20s. Has to be rough for Talon Smith. Had such a good truck. Showed up there right at the end up front and then ends up back at 19th. Nothing to show for his good run. Colin Teague, 21st. Matt Benke, 22nd. Nathan Harper, 23rd, Jerry Scherer, 24th, Ian Macho, Scott Elston, Josh Emerson, Daniel Wallen, Will Ashbrenner, and Patsy Catalano, your top 30 finishers. The final finishers we'll have to read off of the other screen because this quits working once you get to 30. You have Jay Munch, 31st, Cliff Mullins, 32nd, Corey Deal, 33rd, Alec Andrix, 34th, and Mike Edwards shows as 35th. Hope you guys enjoyed our broadcast. One heck of a race, one heck of a finish, and one heck of a good time up here in the booth with Mr. Jake from Labor 12. You have any final thoughts on the race or the band or anything at all?
Yeah, so one last thing about the band. So our plan is hopefully summer, finish music video. Great. Awesome. Also, we have pretty much a whole new album worth of demos. So,
Wow.
yeah, we're hoping. I don't know. I'm not going to commit to any time frame on that, but hopefully this summer we can get on, getting on, because it'll be 3 years in November since we released our first album. So
Which was
we definitely
Monsters.
want to get that. We want to get that rocking and rolling, and obviously puns. So
I don't
yeah,
get it.
I mean, the biggest thing is just if people have questions or whatever, come follow us on all of our socials and come interact with us. Like, we like talking to y'all, and y'all are talking to us. It's not like an agency. It's not like like a social media manager somewhere. It's usually me or Ross that's answering people's questions. So, like, you're talking to us, but we love talking to y'all and hearing what y'all think.
10-4. Well, I appreciate you being here. I also appreciate you picking up one of those DG jerseys back when we sold those. Those were pretty fun.
Oh yeah, dude.
Love
Hell yeah.
seeing Randy wear his on the stage. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Good
Mine,
times.
you don't want to see me in mine on stage. I wear black on stage because it just
course.
doesn't show the roundness
Of course.
as much as
It's thinning. I understand.
Yeah, of course.
I understand. Most of my wardrobe is black. I get it.
Yeah. Well, all good concert T-shirts are black, so it's just
True.
the nature of
True. It is the nature of the biz.
Well, anyways, thank you for having me. That was a blast. Hopefully, I don't know.
Yeah.
with
Anytime
work-
you want to
work
come
may
back.
get insane in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So
Absolutely. Like I said, anytime
but-
you're available, I want to. It's up to you.
for sure, yeah, I would love to come back again.
All
Maybe I
right,
can
Jacob.
Come up with some better things to say.
Just make a list of questions. You'll be thinking about it now until the next
Yeah.
broadcast, whenever that is.
Right, absolutely. Yeah.
Appreciate you, my guy. All right. Get
Yeah,
on
dude.
out of here and enjoy the rest of your night. We appreciate you so much, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you, man.
That was Jacob, the lead guitarist for Labor 12. Already went through our final results, so let's go ahead and pay the bills with our sponsor slides. We have the Wild Horse Broadcasting doing our Monday Night ARCA series. Appreciate Trenton and gang there. Rev Sim Shop started us off tonight with the Dirt Street stocks. Then we have Labor 12. We were just talking so much about them. There's a picture of Jacob and Ross and Tanner, and Randy's back there in the back. Labor 12, XII.com. Check it out. Then we have, wow, it went too fast for me. Now I'm confused. But anyway, we have Arc Music doing our Cup Series on Wednesday. Fort Worth Screen Printing does our Thursday Xfinity Series. Golden Eagle Syrup does our Super Speedway Series on Friday. CTC Race Network does our Indy Cars late Friday. Come on out, hang out with us. We'd love to be part of your community by you being part of our community, if that makes any sense. Come check it out at dgsracing.com. Click that big red snake. That'll get you to our Discord, and you can sign up to run any of our 9 different series. We have 9 leagues for you, so you probably have something that you'd like to race in. Come check it out at dgsracing.com. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next race.